Welcome back, explorers. Okay, so today's a little different because I did actually delete my hunter, and which of course took out all of the gear that I have been cultivating for the last 4 years in Destiny 2. I think it's been 4 years, hasn't it? 3 years? I don't know. Since Destiny 2 started, I've been playing just this one hunter, and uh, I did have a Titan and a Warlock at one point, but I got rid of them, and so I'm just done with Destiny. I might go back to it eventually, but it all depends on what the final shape shows us and what their plans are afterwards, if they have any plans afterwards. Unlike Minecraft, which has always had a really steady course to follow. There's been bugs, of course, and everything like that. So yeah, today is going to be the continuation of the Village Quest. But first, a little side note is I'm trying to gradually introduce my tabletop gaming experiences with you guys. I've talked about it in the past before. I'm going to get right to the chase. I'm talking about the Game Master's Book of Astonishing Random Tables. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a webcam, so there's no way for me to do a frame-in-frame little, picture here. I know pictures are worth more. But yeah, it's by Ben Egloff. That's Egloff. I picked it up at Target. This book has been out for a few months, actually. So anyway, yeah, basically it is a book of random tables. The Game Master's Guides series is supposedly really, really, really well. This has a recommendation by Jenny D and a foreword by Robbie Damon of Critical Role fame and fortune. So, needless to say, the point is that the book starts off with you world building, which is a great way to start everything. I typically don't start from the general and then work down into the specific. When I sit down to create an encounter or an adventure or do some world building, I start from the specific and then build a backstory around those specifics to basically explain why these things are the way they are. For instance, if I wanted to randomly I have this orc war boss on my table from the WizKids Dungeons and Dragons Frameworks kit. This was the kit of 7 orcs. It was like $70, $80 or something like that. It was expensive. But anyway, I've just finished painting these guys up for Orktober. So if I pick up this war boss and I look at him and I says, okay, this is Grim Tusk Pig Sticker. Why is he Grim Tusk and why is he Pig Sticker? Well, how did he get his epitaph of Pig Sticker? So then I would build a world around this war boss, creating the family he comes from, the tribe he belongs to, or that he commands, the community that he engages with, his rivals, his allies, why the region is the way it is. Does he engage in active raiding, or is he one of those political bosses? And then gradually answer questions about who this character is, and this would become a central figure in the campaign world. The players would then be engaging with, or would be working for or against in some way, specifically. Anyway, so world building, the book starts you off with world building. It starts you off with pantheons. And you roll a d10 to determine how many primary gods there are in your world, or spirits, or divinities, or whatever you want to call them. And depending on what your world setting is, you might have an idea, you might not. But this is a great way to get an idea about what that world setting could be like. And so what I did was, as I went through the book, I realized that you have no character name generators, no NPC name generators in here that I could find. But what you do have is a couple of sections that create inns and taverns. There's a table list here that gives you inns and tavern names, randomized up to 100, 1 through 100. And then random organization generators. And then way towards the back, under the weird and wild sections, the weird, the wild, and the random, on page 219, there's an NPC primary motivation, but it only has like 8 slots in it. Now, I use Ironsworn for most of my name generators because I tend to into that kind of, Germanic, Northern European kind of, fantasy role-playing, the Tolkien-esque kind of stuff. So they have name generators for elves, dwarves, beast people, orcs kind of thing. monsters, and things like that. And there are plenty of name generators out there already. So I'm figuring this is probably why they didn't add a name generator for characters in here, because I needed some names for the gods. Then I realized, wait a minute, most of the names that I pick for my characters, they're not some flowery, weird, like, Villatralis. You know, what does Villatralis mean? Is anybody going to remember the fucking name Villatralis 3 sessions in? If I just name drop this arch wizard, Villatralis, yeah, it's great, it sounds nice, and it's fantasy, and maybe that one player at the table that, you know, turns every fucking note over and over and over in their head until they're fucking, you know, missing their combat turns, thinking about what that meant. Might actually have notes to take it down and stuff like that, but what does Villatralis mean? Because every name has a meaning in every culture. And those names that are so old that the meaning has been lost, we just take them for face value. For instance, Luke means light bearer. It means light bringer. Luke, just Luke, you know. Or like to take the name of Ken. Ken means fire. You know, in the northern language, in the Northern European language, Ken means fire. The name that I used to run under, Hako, means box in Japanese, or container. You know, and I chose it because I believe that I don't believe in working outside of the box, or I believe in working with the box. And yeah, there's a lot of implications. There's a deeper slang and pop culture, and there's all kinds of references to why I chose Hakobot as my early gamer tag. And I might actually go back to it. Artist Poet is nice, but Hakobot would be like, you know, a servant to the box is what is the meaning behind that name. So while you could fill an entire shelf full of cultural name generators, or culturally based or fantasy based name generators, the real point is that what does the name mean? So I decided to go ahead and start naming my gods after inns and taverns and organizations. Because on page 75 starts the random organization generator, and on page 52 starts the inns and taverns. So if I take a pair of D10s, percentile dice, and I roll twice, okay, that's a 72, and that's a 42. So 72 comes up as clever stranger, the clever stranger. So here's this deity that's called the clever stranger. All right, so then I go back over here to the divinities page, building a pantheon, and I find out what its alignment is. I don't play with alignments, but I use it as a personality guide for the most part. So this is a neutral good. It's called the Clever Stranger. It's neutral good. It is a spirit of light. Ooh, the Clever Stranger is a spirit of light. And its current standing in the Pantheon is one of stable power with many, many followers. So the Clever Stranger is there. There you go, just using an Inns and Tavern thing. If I went ahead and used the organization generator instead, this is the cool thing about the organization generator, but I can say, all right, so we have this god, it's a god of light, it's called the Clever Stranger, but what does this god seek? What is this god's motivations? What is the follower, what are the motivations of this follower? Well, a religion is an organization, so I go to the random organization generator, and there's these 4 columns on it. There's part 1, part 2 of the name, the goals, and then the leadership. And in the first part of the generator is a 10 item list here. It's called the boring part of the name, is what they call it, which I think is humorous. So I rolled a 1. It says the order of the... Okay, so then if we roll on the generator table, we get 63 and a 12. So 63 would be Mysterious Night. So the Clever Stranger is the deity behind the Mysterious Night, and the Mysterious Night's goals are protect an arcane prison. Ooh, I like that one. And it's led by 94, a half-ogre who always smells of sulfur. That right there is fucking amazing. Dudes, if my adventurers out there, if you have not picked up the Game Master's book of Astonishing Random Tables, definitely do this. My wife got this for me. We were at Target. I saw this. I was like, oh, please, can I have it? And she's like, definitely, if you're going to be reading instead of playing video games. But instead of doing both. No, I'm teasing. We actually we play games every evening. It's fun. It's fun to do that. In fact, she beat my score last night in Centipede. Dude, it was the most. I recorded it. Once I go through and edit out just the part where she's playing, I'll put it up on video. I'm going to see if I can use my Chromebook to edit it, but I have to get it off the PlayStation 5 first, and then it's a process for me. Processed videos like that are not something I would want to do because it takes a lot of the alla primo out of it. So anyway, that's that. Just to give you a quick idea of the 10 gods that I generated. The Noxious Fist, which is a god of knowledge. The Incredible Chariot, god of war, who's been exiled. The Ancient Wyvern, god of life, who's trying to seize power. The Boorish Bride is a god of death, also been exiled with the god of war. So the Noxious Bride the Boorish Bride and the Incredible Chariot, the Incredible Chariot and the Boorish Bride have both been sent to the material plane, which the players may need their help with. The Bloody Toad, the Foolish Snail, and the Shady Lord are 3 gods of nature that span between neutral, chaos, and lawful. The Empty Cloak is a god of light, and is also a secondary ruler of the gods, which is probably why there's this conflict in the celestial plane, because you have this ruler of the god that is neutral, then you have the Shady Lord, which is lawful, that share the the Empty Cloak is the ruler of the gods. Okay, so I can't even read my own notes because my writing was so crazy last night. I was just flowing. The Ludicrous Werewolf is a god of knowledge, and then the Brazen Storm is a god of tempests. That last one blew my mind, because the Brazen Storm is off the Tavern Generator name generator, and then I rolled up this neutral god of tempests. So already based upon this, I have a subtropical island nation that is really rooted is really still connected to the land in a way that they have 3 gods of nature. Now, the Shady Lord, not the Shady Lord, the Ludicrous. Read my notes, my friend. The Shady Lord, I figure since that, because the Foolish Snail and the Bloody Toad are both nature gods, and that makes sense. The toad and the snail. So I figured the toad would be part of the marshlands, the swamps, and the deltas, if there's a delta on this island continent, or this island nation, excuse me. And the snail would be more like the forests and the prairies, okay, because you would find snails there, or the rural areas. So the toad is of the wilds, the snail is of the rurals, and the lord is of the cities and towns. So these 3 nature gods, and the people of this country, of this nation, recognize that a city is a constructed natural environment, that they believe that all things that the people touch is still a natural environment. It's just in their nature to create these things, just as the forest shapes the beasts, and the beasts shape the forest, so that the city shape the people, and the people shape the city. So you have the Shady Lord in that respect. So I'm like, and it helps that I have decades of story building academia behind me, scholarly works, and involving myself in the creation process of these worlds, not just in role-playing games, but just in people with friends and colleagues, workmates even, would come up to me and it was like, hey, you got a pretty neat imagination. I'm going to bounce some ideas off you and see what you can put together with those, and then be like, oh yeah, sure. We would brainstorm like that. So that's always kind of fun. So the Brazen Storm is a god of tempest. So that's why I'm saying this is like an island. So that storms are such a powerful force, and a tempest is a storm that comes up off the coast, I believe, like a hurricane. Although I don't know, maybe it's in the Midlands. I'd have to do. Meteorology is not my thing. But anyway, like I said, so these 10 gods here are all set up. Next thing I was going to do is generate their organizations, their actual religions around them. So that, like I did with that earlier one, that I'll have to come back and watch my video to remember what I did there. But anyway, let's get on to Village Quest. I've already taken up, what is that? 15 minutes, which is kind of what I want to do. So when I do these videos now, I'm going to try to, bring a little bit of insight into my tabletop hobby gaming until eventually I finally get a webcam, or maybe start doing some phone recordings, because that's about all I really have here. The Chromebook is not the best tool for video recordings. It does have a camera on it, but since I'm not playing on Steam, and I wouldn't want to anyway because of all the, silliness that goes on with people being able to do everything they want with their machines, I'm going to stay with console, and I like this unscripted kind of couple of notes here and there for speaking points. All right, so Village Quest. We found a spruce village. I have it under My World Survival. Let's go ahead and change this to Village Quest. Village Quest. One life challenge, which means my character dies, I fail the quest. Oh, we don't? Okay. So we'll go like this, this, this. There we go. That'll be good. Okay, so yeah, we're in normal. I was thinking about putting it in peaceful, but that's kind of cheating. So we're going to go ahead and play. So the plan here is, after finding this village, I'm going to level out an area, a central area near the bell. In the past, when I've moved the bell to basically move the center of the village, it's been not a good experience for the villagers, unfortunately. So at this present time, we are connecting the upper and the lower village and trying not to hit, the villagers. So what I'm going to do is, I have these two buildings here, and I'm going to join them. I know I made it a shovel. Thank you. So I'm going to join these two buildings, but I want to make it so that the villagers can get into them easier, because that's going to be the big thing. And I also want to make the sides a little bit more, I don't know, I think maybe this is good enough. Mostly, I want to reduce the amount of overhang so that we don't get a lot of nuttiness in here. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and dig this out. Did that wrong. This is okay. Alrighty. Got a lot of dirt. I want the stone though, so we're going to trade it out. And I'm going to be mindful of the... Actually, how did you get up there? It wasn't easy! That's a Big Trouble Little China reference. Now I have friendly mob noises turned off, but I have hostile mob noises turned on. So if I don't hear any zombies or anything, so that's a good thing. I guess this is good enough right there. Alright, so we're going to take all of this down. But first, let's get these grindstones. And we're going to put them over here. I want to make sure these guys have access to their crafting stations. So I'm going to put a grindstone there, and I'll put the grindstone there. That way that becomes part of their workspace. And then I'm going to go ahead and add a grindstone here, and a grindstone there. There we go. Yeah, we're starting to get there. All right, let's go take a look. Got anything in here we want? Well, we got stuff we want. Okay, that's good. I wasn't going to scoop too much of what they had. I wanted to kind of leave the village in a natural state, but if I'm going to make this be their actual hut, then I'm going to need to... That is so bizarre. There's no second story. It's just that. Then I'm going to need to take things down a bit. But we did get an iron chest. What's in this? Okay, that's decent. Food is good. Gonna need that. Did I make an extra pick? No. Probably get ourselves a horse. Oh, please don't be a polar bear. Why is there a polar bear? Am I going to have to protect the spaces around here? Why? I thought polar bears are aggro. I don't really want that. Let's see. Of course. Oh yeah, we do have extra tools in here. Good. Okay, so, my organizational skills suck. I guess the polar bear wasn't too... I don't know. I mean, that's kind of interesting. I thought they would be... I thought polar bears are hostile. I guess they're not. Oh, cool. I totally forgot about this pot back here. We can definitely... Well, I guess somebody's out there eating food. Jesus Christ, who's killing all the rabbits? It's the cat, isn't it? It's the freaking cat. Awesome. Alright, bedtime. Bedtime for Bonzo. Okay, you're gonna steal my bed? I don't think so, sweetheart. There we go. That's nice. Alright, then I'm gonna do that. What the hell is that out there? Oh, it's a little rabbit. There we go. Cool. Pardon me. Do a quick look around. You see any hostiles? Just that bear. I don't think it's really hostile, but... Alright, so I'm going to throw all this back in here. Throw it back. Alright. Oops. Excuse me. Okay. So we're going to take all of this down. Oh, that's how he's doing it? No way. That's a leap of faith. Okay. Let's get you off the roof. You're going to get hurt. I'm sorry. Parkour. Parkour. So we're going to go ahead and take all this out. And then we're going to get inside and take all this down. Okay. Well, that makes some sense to me. Be kind of neat if my... I don't know how many villagers I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 5. Because there's one dude over there wandering around. So yeah, we're going to just go ahead and dismantle these guys. and then rebuild them as a singular building. Just because it makes it easier. I wish I had oak. I think there's some oak tree around here somewhere. Damn. There's got to be a. Well, if I had an iron pick, it would be easier. But I'm not. I mean, an iron hatchet, stone axe, iron axe. There we go. So this is going to be a short one, though. I'm not going to be here all morning because I've started a new character in Conan Exiles, and the only reason why I started a new character is because they disabled character transfers between servers. Otherwise, I would have just as easily just migrated my character to a scouted server. The one I'm on right now I did get wiped on it already, and I was barely level 11. And it was like so funny too, because it's like I reached level 11 in the morning, signed off, did my shit for the day, came back, and in the evening after dinner, and yeah, my character was in the wine cellar, which is a glitch that happens when you don't have a bed to spawn to, because apparently the wine cellar is underneath the spawn desert. So if you there's always a chance that you'll spawn below the map because the engines are like almost all video games these days. Everyone's trying to run on the cheapest fucking engine possible, which I don't understand what the point is. But I mean, after following some of the Unity scandal, well, I won't say scandal, but some of the Unity customer reaction to them wanting to basically tax everybody for playing with their software. It's just, man, it's the greed in the world that is the most. It is the hardest struggle to fight. It is. I mean, you have disease and war and religious conflict, and it's all about greed. It's all about selfishness. It's all about making sure your ass is taken care of and covered before anybody else is. It's totally that. It is totally that. And greed really is nothing more than a product of fear. You're afraid you're not going to get your fair share, or you're afraid that you might not have enough for tomorrow. So what do? You stockpile and you hoard. And I'm just not that. I used to be like that when I was very, very little. And I did have a very unstable environment when I was growing up. A total and complete stereotypical product of the late 70s, middle America, the world is falling out from underneath you kind of shit. Which I think is why the 80s were so hedonistic. Is because we in the 60s everybody was flipping out, and the world was on the verge of all kinds of chaos, and then in the 70s everything just went nuts, socially and everything like that, and then finally the things started calming down a little bit, but we still had the nuclear war scare, and I think people in America were just like, fuck it, today may be the last day we get to see green trees. Let's fucking just go nuts. And yeah, it's just it's just been nonstop for the last, 60 years? And man, I just don't think it's sustainable. I really don't. And again, it's all fear, and it's just, if people were more generous, if people could be more patient and understanding, just because somebody doesn't wear their clothes the way you do doesn't make them an enemy. And it has nothing to do with this has really very little to do with religion. I believe it has everything to do with whether or not you have access to resources. Because if you give a society the ability to sustain itself without any need or dependency upon outside, forces, or influences or resources, um, you have an independent, truly independent, self-sufficient community. They don't have any need for anything else. It's just going to be that one or two odd individuals who get greedy and feel they deserve to have more than everybody else because they're afraid. They're afraid they don't have enough. And I think that once people start feeling like they have enough, and it's not like, I'm not saying that, I'm not talking about socialism or anything like this. I'm talking about just the general psychology of, the average citizen in any society, not just America, but in any culture, any society. If they're satisfied with what they have and they realize that this is enough, then there's no desire to want to take what isn't theirs. There's no desire to to hoard or to overly accumulate and then, start to get worried. Because, it's true. The more you have, the more concern you have of losing it. This is what I learned, kind of, well, I don't think I learned it, but these are the principles that I applied to my gameplay in Conan Exiles. Is I realized that the more I had, the more everybody wanted it. And so the less I had, one, the less I have to recover from, at a loss. And two, they're 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 attacking for the pure reasons of violence. And why? Because they're afraid in their real world, because they don't have any sense of security in their own actual lives, so they go to a game to grief other players. And so why play a game like that? And that's kind of been the question I ask all the time with Conan Exiles. And I like playing the Conan Exiles game, not because, it's not just because it's, the Robert E. Howard E. I almost said Howard E. Lovecraft. That's not right. But they were pen pals. Or that Robert E. Howard, was influenced by Lovecraft's mythos. A lot of the monsters that he had, a lot of the demons that he wrote about, um, were heavily inspired by the great old ones and all that. But the point I'm trying to get to is that playing as a minimalist player and as a solo player, not dependent upon anybody else's resources, not dependent upon anybody else's support, yet being there and available to support the community at large. That's the kind of individual that I kind of see myself as. Maybe not other people see me that way. Um, but also the mode of play that I play in social games. And why, for the most part, I did, and I have been, gradually getting out of playing games whose communities just don't see that. They don't want that. They don't want to embrace that. They don't want to. They don't want to work together. They want. They want the chaos, like Alfred said in the Batman movie with the Nolan North movie, Christopher Nolan movie, Dark Knight Returns. Come on, man, it's my bed. Some people just want to see the world burn. Well, there was a reason behind that. The Joker had a reason behind why he did what he did, and really, when you examine it, just like any villain, it's fear. If you're afraid, you're going to do fearful things because you don't want to be alone in the dark. Nobody wants to be alone in the dark. That's just basic human personing. uh, yeah, this is a pretty good village, actually. Alright, so back to this shenanigans. Now, I had built this rut with the idea that I was going to take everything down to base, but I don't think I want to do that. This is going to be the foundation floor. I'm going to go ahead and just cover the whole place. Let's put these resources away first. Oh, that's why I took out the stone. I was going to make myself a new hatchet. Axe. Ask me a question. There we go. We don't need that now. We're going to go okay. And we're going to build it in theme with the rest of the village itself, too. I want to make sure. Cool. Wait, did I started out here, that's right. Derp. Okay, here we go. So that's all that for the metaphysical. So, like I said, playing the Conan Exiles on the PvP servers, I do it for two very clear reasons. One, there's less lag because they are operating on lower pings. There's more service for them, so the population is spread out more, so there's less congestion. Um, and also, resource harvesting is twice as fast because they want to make sure that the players have access and are able to accumulate enough resources to get into the action. And yeah, I mean, raiding another person's base might be kind of fun, you know. But more importantly, it's oh, I hate to sound like a nerd, but it's thrilling to me to watch a server go through its stages of growth, conflict, equilibriums, and then entropy, and then growth again. It's fun to be part of that. And the reason why I left that last server was that it wasn't happening organically. It was very clearly these two groups' personal free server, and you do find those from time to time. It's one thing to defend a server from invaders. It's another thing to, you know, just want to have your own little party. And I'm like, the whole point of playing in a social game is to have that social connection. And I don't know. I mean, maybe I could have stayed along and just let them have their little war and not been, worried about, whether or not I was going to be caught in the crossfire. But I just didn't want to I didn't want to deal with it. It's a game. I go to have fun, and it wasn't feeling fun. And I really, what the thing was, I think what it really came down to, and why I keep coming back to Minecraft, is that at a certain point, your character in Conan Exiles maxes out. There's nothing more to do. Oh, it's snowing and raining. This is known as sleet, right? Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the snow biome, believe it or not. All these little particles and stuff kind of get on my case. Makes me anxious for some reason. Oof. Did it get dark already again? Oh, no, wait. So they keep clustering around this house. Well, it is a house. And what did I do? There was no bed in this place. These were just workstations, I think. That's what I'm going to make them into. Okay. So now, shiboo. Okay. I think I'm gonna grow the pad out. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. We're gonna grow this location a little bit more, or I could take off this top layer. The whole map is just frozen north. I like the fact that it rains over here. Maybe. What do you guys think? Vote for me. You're wearing a Tega vest, I think. And you're wearing a snow vest. So, vote-wise, we have 3. We have more houses here. Or are you a snow person? They're technically an upper and a lower and a... Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. Geographically speaking, I don't like the snow. I just really don't. I don't mind the rain, but... Oh man, it's snowing over here now, too. There we go. This is... I mean, that's pretty. don't get me wrong, it's totally pretty, but when it rains and then it snows and it's like, I don't want to be too close to the drowned pool. Got lava over there, which is freaking amazing. Hello. Kind of not too sure right now. Let's see. I, I suppose I could bring it down another level. I think that would be okay. It's just Minecraft's dig, do, and we dig. The foxes eating rabbits. Got plenty of opportunity to meet. Does that make me a scavenger? I think that does. That's the other thing too about the PvP servers in Conan is that there's a high percentage of scavenging. Although some people deliberately set up bait, it's like, well, you broke into my base, blah blah blah. Hello, Tarova. I don't know how to pronounce that last name. Sorry. Oh wait, that's not what I wanted to do. Silly boy. So yeah, just kind of doing some foundation work here. Kind of getting an idea, getting a sense of the space, what I want to put. I could build it right here and just put like a door on either side. I think there's only these two huts on this end, which wouldn't be too much of a problem. Lots of resources, though. Potatoes. Gonna get a potato farm going here. Yeah, I guess we're just kind of stuck in the snow out here. The only part where the biome stops snowing is out there, and could move the village. I could easily move the village right out there and make a lake town. Do we want to do that? I don't know. That actually sounds kind of fun. My son and I played a map with his sisters. I'll just say my kids and I played a map that we had a lake town. So you know what? I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. Because then I could go ahead and actually, there's not enough depth of water here for a drown to come in. It's only out that end right there. And I could build a wall to prevent that. And we don't really need much of a space, like a 9x9 space for the village hut, for the main house, longhouse, the great hall. Maybe do 9x18. That's 2 chunks. So, and then that way, all I have to do is the rain, and then I like the rain. The rain is better. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Although the zombie content will probably be pretty high here. We'll see what happens. I'm doing great. What about you guys? I'm gradually detoxing off of Destiny. Decided to finally say that I'm done with the game. It's got one more year. I'm going to follow the narrative still. Follow the evolution of the game. And like I said, I might go back once Lightfall is done. So I'm looking forward to a few months at least of a break. But I deleted my character and all its gear. So if I do go back, which is the likelihood, there's always a likelihood. Oh, there's monsters. Time for bed. That I will be starting a whole new character, which I might actually do a Nuzlocke for that character, like I was trying with my Titan, a Titan I had a few weeks ago. Have a sword, please. Tell me I have a sword. Oh, hey, we got spiders, which means we can do fishing. Fishing is fun. Come on, creepy. Come on, creeper boy. Come on. Come on. You know you want to do it. Yay, water still protects you. Although, skeletons... only one? Skeletons would be a problem. If I could get a dog, that'd be great. Oh, speaking of dog, somebody likes sheep. Cool, 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 cool. They're congregating. So basically, I'm going to do this, but over. Oh no, it's not a dog. It's a fox. Damn. Okay. Hopefully the game. Oh, that's not a fox. That's a cat. I misspeciesed him. I hope I don't get in trouble. Wait. Maybe I want that. No, I don't. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. I don't know. I had a buddy of mine used to crack jokes all the time about Minecraft being basically, oh, Minecraft is, oh, that looks nice. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, do the villager voice, and he copied it from a comedian. Somebody did a skit video on Minecraft. I can't remember who the channel was. Might have been Green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, a 9, I know, but 9 by 9 is not a chunk. 18, is it 16 by 16 is a chunk? 1, 2. And, yeah. I think this would be just enough real estate to get the villagers. Yeah, I didn't think about skeletons enjoying the water much. I could probably, well, that's the choice. If I go 2 blocks down, I prevent drown. What the heck? That was a dog trying to attack a skeleton. If I go 2 blocks down, oh, skeletons walk underwater now. Fuck. I really do need to sit down with just a queue of Minecraft videos and just catch up on the last 3 seasons worth of updates, because I am fucking way behind on the info. I mean, it's on the one hand, it's kind of neat because it's like the game is brand new practically, with all the different things that are now happening. But then it's like you really want to make sure that you got to really wait. I thought I picked up more than 2 pieces of wool. What the fudge? Did I already bin the other 2? Could have sworn the back of my mind said I had 4 pieces of wool. I did. There we go. Okay. So now we're going to grab this and the rest of these planks. And we're going to grab a couple of doors. And the real choice is that, do I want to sequester the villagers, which is basically imprisoning them, or just encourage them to come out here? So we're going to build the outer foundation. Is that right? Should be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's what I wanted. And we just want 1 door. Or do I want 2 doors? Ah la la la. I could have. Well, it doesn't matter. Right now, let's go ahead and get this done. Right. So much fun! This is normally what I do with most village quests. Is I'll find a village first, and then try to find some place that isn't too snaggly, and then just tear out the old buildings and put in new ones. But I really want to keep the majority of this village intact, so this is going to be more about. Is this spruce? That's dark oak planks. Oh, we got a wandering trader. What do you got for us, bud? The gunpowder might be nice. Gunpowder can have some use. We'll see, won't we? Let's see. Let's get this cooked up. I have plenty of food. I like the fact that Minecraft doesn't make you thirsty, just hungry. But also that you don't have to. Oh, that's what I didn't do that, did I? Don't need these corner pieces here. Oh, fiddlesticks. Okay, fine, we'll just do you. This is going to be a problem. Really? Okay. Get up here. Man. Wow, I've never seen XP do that before. Just like wander all the way around like that. This is where we're probably going to get drowned. It's going to be nice. I am going to have to go to hell eventually. Because I didn't see any brewing stands in this village. So I'm going to have to go make one. Which is going to be great. But, this is a low-key experience for me. This is where I'm coming to chill, bounce some ideas around and stuff. Alright, so I want that. Corner pieces. I think going 9 by 18 might have... What the heck? What is this? What is that? Oh, just an arrow. For weird. Cool, but weird. Alright, so I want the ceiling to be 3 blocks tall. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's probably not something I want to do over and over. Hello? 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3. There we go. 4. Alright. Gotta love the old ways. So the spawn point for this map was at the top left-hand corner. And to be honest, I was pretty concerned that this would be another one of those. No village for you. Did you kill another sheep? We're good. I need to get some ladders. Shouldn't I, huh? Let's go back and get some ladders. I do want to collect the wool also. Simply because I don't want to have to. I want to be able to start making builds. See if we can get like a mega village. Okay. That's strange. I thought I saw a block of wool over here. Alright, so the foxes don't attack the sheep, apparently. Oh, one of the llamas got free. Can I put a fox on a leash? Whoopsie. Let's see what happens. That's the other reason why I want to grade all this. No? Kitty? Oh, kitty on a leash. Gotcha. Hehehe. Okay, well, I'm going to go to bed. That's what, day 2? Got a little kitty on a leash. Gotta find myself a post to connect it. Does that not work? Huh. Oh, come on, reallys? Okay, guess we're doing this then. There we go. It's kind of silly. I remember when these guys used to be ocelots. Ocelots? Ocelots. There we go. Good way to stop wasting hearts. Oh, we got a cow. Cool. That's the other reason is I want to get out of the snow. Be better chances to... too far away. Be better chances to get a variety of livestock. Because while sheep and chickens are great, cows are what makes books. And we gotta make books. Although I think the game should allow us to make things that make sense. Like if you harvest grass fiber, you can get seed out of it. When you harvest grass and stuff, and that helps you grow wheat and everything like that. And you could turn sugarcane into paper. Well, why can't you turn paper into pressed boards? Because most of the books that we have in our contemporary world, they really are just stacks of paper glued together. Excuse me. All right. This is going to be this. So we need to have room for at least 10 villagers and 10 crafting stations. I'm pretty sure it has to be a station per villager still. It'd be nice if I could make that more efficient. But we'll see what happens here. I haven't started deciding where I want to put a door. It is, of course, allowing them to get out. If I think that might be something I should do. I think that's good enough. Well, I did it wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So my OCD brain refuses to allow an odd placed door. So a single door would probably be safest anyway. It's not hard mode, so I don't have to worry about zombies breaking shit down. But I think I will just do a single door. And, I guess that's good enough. Do this. And I know that somewhere in my bin I have stairs. Hey guys, how's it going? I'm going to probably move things over now. Thinking about roof options. What do we want to do for roofs? Roofs. Woof. We're gonna do some sand stuff too. Oh, I should probably start taking down some trees. It's only midday. This is going to be the womp womp womp. It's going to be the last day I play in this game. Then I'm going to go get some chores done. Go check on my Conan characters, so I'll be there if you guys want to follow along. Get a sense for what I did. I called him Ulfbert, which I can't remember is dramatic for wolf, I think, or wolf hunter. That's the thing about I was talking about names is that you know you say Mariah and somebody says Mary and another person says Marie, and it's like you know you have I wanted but okay, we're gonna do this, that, that, that. Now, do I want a flat roof or do I want a steeple roof? First off, I want this ugly shit. Break up this crap, make it look at least a little bit pretty. I know, right? But my Minecraft physics is like, we don't give a fuck. I'm gonna take that down too. I'll probably have to get more logs. No, maybe not. I think we got enough here, right? Yeah. No, we don't. No, we don't. Ah. That's okay. Probably need to clear out the tree line most of the way, anyhow. Start thinking about secure and protect. So yeah, back to the name thing. So the whole idea of just using common words, your native language words for the things, because like I talked about with the name Luke and Ken. Uh, I think Robert also means has a significance. Means something else. Each of our names were just common words in the languages that we spoke, and we just accept them as just those names, but we don't really ever think about what the name meaning is. Uh, and I think that in a fantasy generating a fantasy world for tabletop gaming, you kind of like you don't really need to come up with some wacky, weird sounding name. As fun as they are, if you're playing something like D&D, who's going to remember? I wouldn't. I never did. So calling someone, Bright Axe, it sounds a little clunky, perhaps, but then you can go and say, well, I want to base this particular character's origin in the Slavic, traditions. So what is Slavic for bright axe? You go look it up in the name generators, and then maybe you can tweak the pronunciation a little bit to fit your fantasy world, or just call them bright axe. I mean, Ralph Bakshi was great with his character naming. It was, Grey Wolf was the name of the arch villain, which was Avatar's twin brother, and Avatar is Avatar. You know what that Avatar is? It's a material plane representation of a celestial. Now, you don't want to call. What is his name? Material plane representation of a celestial. That would be kind of clumsy. Makes sense. It says what it is on the tin and everything like that. You don't have to make any inferences, but saying Avatar makes sense. So when you have a series, when you have a concept, an idea, an identity that spans more than a few, dozen syllables, you probably then want to go with Tom. You know, that's something like that. But the starter is that instead of going to these fantasy name generators and just pressing the reselect button because nothing sounds right, well then think about what your character is. Then go find how to say that in the fantasy world setting that you want to say that. All right, so we have, if this is 18, that means 16. Excuse me. Well, okay. I took architectural drafting in school, both in high school and college. One, two, three, four, five, six. I think this might be. Oh wait, do I have? I have torches. Stupid. There. Uh, one, two, three, four, five, six. Just step back and take a look. Does that make sense? Three, four. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. I mean, if I go there instead, that'd be five, and then we put six in the middle and five on either end. I don't know. I think the feng shui on that is kind of off. There's another thing too. Call someone feng shui because it represents a complex idea of design and space use to encourage a positive use of the energy. Because every space has energy. Everything around us has energy. Not to get into the whole mysticism of the things like that, but it's true. When you recognize that there is an energy associated to all the space around you and to all the things you do, then you want to make sure that that space is, sorry kid, want to make sure that space is well organized, or at least promotes the energy. What might seem like chaos to others makes a flow for you, and that's probably more important than anything else. I am missing a ladder. There it is. Okay. Kind of don't want to really destroy the site. Site destruction is not something you want to do. I thought I got a creeper behind me. Why do we pave down our cities? Why do we limit the instances of our parks? Because they can create random elements that we can't control. Why do we want to control things? Because we're afraid. So you just gotta stop being afraid. Chaos is only. Oh, that was a pretty sit. Little fox sitting pretty. Um, chaos is like wildflowers. The only difference between a weed and a wildflower is whether you want it there or not. Because every flower can be a weed in the proper context. So when it comes to energy, it can be chaos or it can be harmonious. Depends on what you need from it or what you're looking for. Yeah, I'm not the most efficient builder. I think we've established this, right? I just like an organic flow. That's the thing. I'm an additive artist. I do sculpture, but in an additive sense. It's kickbashing, really. Some subtractive stuff. Eventually you will do some subtractive stuff because you're shaving pieces off, or you're filing corners, or you're scribing lines. I really need to go shopping for a webcam. I think it would be fun for you guys to kind of get an eye on what I do at my tabletop as far as the crafting is concerned, because it'll all start to connect. You'll get to see more of what I'm talking about and an actual application. All right, now we got to decide: flat roof or steepled roof. Thematically, if I stay with the flow of the village, it's going to be a steeple roof. Sure, do we want that though? Hey, BB, who's your cute fox? Who's your cute fox? Gotta love this game. ah, ah. It's too much fun to play. It just, I don't know what it is. I don't generally get this sappy about games, but there's just a fucking friendliness to this game, in spite of the fact that come nightfall, everything wants to kill you. There's a friendliness to it. And it might be the music, it could be the textures, it could be the models. It could be any. I don't know. It's just fucking good, well developed game. Notch did a fantastic fucking job. Just I don't know. And it's so hard to get other games to do this. I don't know why would anybody want to take aggression and hostility into a game like this. I mean, I know there's PvP games, and that's fine because that's kind of what everybody needs to have in their world. I mean, it's that crazy duality of human nature. You know, on the one hand, we want security and we want safety, but on the other hand, we need to challenge ourselves and be competitive and, you know, display our prowess either through actions or through trophies. Um, and I think what it comes down to is that I hate to say it, but we're all just thirsty for clout all the fucking time in all kinds of different ways. Even me right now doing this stream. What am I doing? I'm rubber ducking, you know, with the occasional rumination of metaphysics. That's clay. I should keep that. Still want to see, do I really want to make a steeple roof? And I don't think I want to do it like this. I think I want to do it with actual stairs. But that's going to be me going ahead and banging out a lot of spruce. I can do that. I still have a shovel. That's a good thing. So... I think we're going to go with a steeple roof, and I will put my character's base in the attic. I'll be that creepy frogging, is that what they call it, that lives in the attic? When a person's like, you know, it's an urban legend. I don't think actually anybody really does it. Okay, so a 9x18. Let's see. Let's go ahead and we'll set up. I think I might want to go exploring deep in. I think if I go a little bit further south, I probably will find some oak trees. I'm surprised there aren't any oak at all around here. Typically, there's like, you know, an occasional oak tree here and there. Because I want to make a, what am I trying to think here? I want to make an overhang. Not necessarily for, let me see. Okay, so is this did I do that right? Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, I think. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And of course, oh yeah, let's go ahead. Am I wearing any armor? Okay, good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yeah, I think that's good. Because I want the peak to be the same height as the ground floor. So that's the floor level. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's plop. I like doing that. Just drop it in there. Look at all those saplings. Eventually I'll finish exploring the rest of the map, and then once this village is up and running, I'll go wander off. Okay, so let's think about this. Now, do I want to do the archetypical roof styles with stairs? I think I do. Let's do that. Do I have all the spruce here? Yes, okay. Well, let's set up a basic framework. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be using at least 60. So we're going to be okay with this. Let's get some frames in here. I kind of, like I said, I want some other wood. Whoa, hello. Let's do this. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to go there. And we're going to go there. That's not right. I did that wrong. Oh, come on. Thank you. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. And now we're screwed. Do this. Wow. There. So I kind of want to do something like that. And do I have a slab? No, I don't. Can I make a slab by hand? No, I can't. Alright, I think we're going to have to move my workstation and my bed over here. Ah, damn it. Hello. Oh, we got pigs now. Nice. Do not have a slab here. You know, I could do some scaffolding with dirt. Can I make scaffolding right now? No, I don't have any bamboo, so we're screwed. I do have some slabs, but they're not the right color. They're the oak. So I don't want to do that. Let's make that. Okay, kid, get out of my bed. And that's it. We're going to wrap this. This has been, what, an hour and 16 minutes? Oh, my God. Okay, well, I'm going to do this part real fast. This is the other problem I have with Minecraft is that I'll just do this one last thing. 20 hours later. I'm going to just do this one last thing. Plop. Yeah. And I think I'm going to build it like this now. Let's go over there. That works better. I'm remembering now. That's the way I want it. And then, we'll use this as an eaves. Right? Can I do that? Yeah, I can do that. Then I can do that. Then I can do that. I can't do that. Yeah. I mean, now that looks like trash. It's going to have to be stairs. But that's okay. I got the gist of it that I want so far. So I'm going to do this. Actually, this would be kind of fun. This would be more. Nope, not what I wanted. We're crouching, right? Okay, good. Oh, that's right. I forgot. You're broken. We could do that, and then that. Whoa. Well, that's kind of looking. That looks kind of fun. Yeah, that kind of worked out weirdly the way I wanted it to. Nice. So then we go here. Crouching. There. 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 This is going to be a very material intensive. Yeah. Alright. Oh, crap. Because then what will happen is that I'll have an outside access point that I'll have to come up with eventually. Are you kidding me? Jesus. Why does it do that? It's so annoying. There we go. There we go. Perfect. And then I'll cut all that away. I don't think I want to do the double. I think the single is enough. It doesn't look right, though. Let's see what it looks like. How do I do this again? Like so. Yeah, that does look better. So then the goal will be to I can barricade that door if I need to keep the villagers in so they don't get murdered while I'm out at night exploring all over the place in the area. But once I leave the zone, if I plan to be away from the map for a while, take the barricade off, they can get inside. I have to be cautious about where I put ladders because if they congregate at the door, they can be pushed upward, and that could be a problem. But yeah, I'd put a couple of ladders up here. There'll be like a balcony that's created out of trapdoors, which is what I'm going to use the oak for. And the reason being is that if at night there's monsters and stuff, I can go ahead and still. I keep forgetting that it's the looping inventory bar. If there's monsters and stuff, then I could see them underneath. Um, similarly, I can't really get my mouth around that word. Blah, 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 blah. Whatever. Over here will be the same thing. I'll have this eaves, but then I'll have a row of a balcony that goes all the way around is what I want. So I might not actually have this overhang. Well, trapdoors will be preventing mobs from spawning. But yeah, right here in this section, there will be. I think I can do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll probably do an eaves over here. It won't look as pretty as that. How in the fuck? Oh, because they're blocks, so they can spawn on them. Damn, that's some weird shit. Alright, well, on that note, we're going to leave here. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out. In the meantime, have some fun. Be creative.